So where are you in the belief spectrum, right? Fantasy's out here talking about the Knicks winning the title.
Yeah.
Are you now hopeful that the 76ers could get to that moment, or are you sitting there thinking they are the best team?
3 weeks ago, I had no.
And
I would put my belief at like an 8%, 10% 3 weeks ago, and then after these last couple of weeks, even losing to the Celtics, I was like, you know what? That's not the Globetrotters though. Like they're beatable, you know. And we beat the Bucks, and I'm like very the way every basketball fan who has to play the Heat gets nervous about the Heat. Like I just hate the Heat. I don't want to watch a 7-game series against the Heat. I don't want to do it. I can't watch Gabe Vincent.
The Jimmy up and under.
I can't watch Jimmy be like, fuck you, Tobias Harris. Like, I can't do it. So as long as we avoid the Heat, the Celtics, and the Bucks, I think we're great.
Because it's 98-94.
Yeah.
That's the score of the game.
No, but now I feel like the East was like a foregone conclusion and is now becoming a little bit more like, oh, you want to play the Knicks in the first round? You want to do this?
Do you feel like, you mentioned Jimmy Butler with Miami, do you feel like Harden is the best fit teammate that Embiid's ever had?
Oh, by far. Yeah. I mean, Embiid would probably be like it was JJ or it was, you know what, man? I'll tell you something. You guys laugh. I was watching some Simmons 17-18 highlights.
1:30.
My YouTube algorithm is strange, but
1:30 a.m. in the morning when Ja's out at the club.
This was before he played Elden Ring for 100 hours. He was so good 5 years ago.
He was so good last year in Utah.
Yeah.
Wasn't that last year? 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
When he was pissed at Gobert. He thought he should be Defensive Player of the Year. So he went there and just shit on Rudy Gobert.
He was amazing.
He had 42.
So I like Ben. He was never a good. He was not a good Joe man.
Don't disrespect Rudy Gobert. Let's not bring him up tonight.
Do that segment. But no, if you go look that up on YouTube, the guy had like 42. He's dunking on everybody.
He was
crazy.
Great. He was great. I think Harden's definitely the best teammate Embiid has had.
One of the best pick and roll duos. That's what Embiid's never had.
Yeah.
That's what they've had to grow to adapt together. Still, though, with Philly, the reason why I put them below Boston and Milwaukee, I still like worry about that pick and roll duo when they get switched against. Like against Boston, against Milwaukee in a 7-game series where everything's schemed out. You know, they just have not been the same level of efficiency against switching defenses this year when you look at the advanced data compared to like drop coverage or traps and blitzes and all that. Like they're going to face switches against the Bucks or the Celtics. And that's where they like Harden and Embiid are going to have to carry them ISO one-on-one post up.
Well, I mean, Harden can do that. You're not filling me full of confidence right now. I think that this is probably the best Sixers team talent-wise and like just in sort of top to bottom that I have cheered for since the process. It's by far not my favorite. It's like not like the emotional attachment of Philly fans. I think it's kind of like we've been hurt a bunch of times. And I also think people, I don't know, is anybody from Philly in his crowd? No. One person?
One guy.
The Phillies.
Thank you for that smattering of indifference.
Yeah. That guy works for the Chamber of Commerce. He's not happy with us tonight. The Phillies and the Eagles had a huge impact on this Sixers season because when the Sixers sucked, the Phils were in the World Series and the Eagles were like 8-0.
Yeah, right.
And so like the city kind of just didn't pay attention to the Sixers when they were bad and when they now they've kind of like become definitively the third best team. God, definitively the third best team in the conference, and on any given night can beat anyone. But Kev, you're right, man. The tactic stuff. It's like, are their bodies going to hold up?
Yeah, but I mean, you've got like the ultimate X's and O's guy.
One of the 15 greatest coaches in NBA history, according to the NBA.
The best thing.
I watched the Netflix thing. Thought the guy was
the most amazing thing is that every time Doc loses a guy, he gets like 8% better as a coach. So like it's like Harris and Tucker got hurt against Milwaukee, and all season he's just like, I need my vets. I gotta play my vets. Like I have guys I can trust. And you wouldn't ask Pop that. And then they lose these guys, and it's like against the Heat without Embiid, they looked like a crazy small ball, like fireball shooting team. And then they lose Tucker and they lose Harris against the Bucks. And he's just like, all right, I just have to, like on the fly, he's incredible. He actually does come up with good adjustments. But when he's just like, I have my guys, it sucks.
So you say you don't really love them. This is what we got to do. Rank your top 5 Sixers right now in terms of
all time?
No. now.
Oh.
This team, I want to hear I love, and then go 1 through 5.
All right,
On this
just
team.
for content, I'm going to say number 1, Maxey.
I do too.
Because Maxey,
like it.
Maxey's my favorite.
I love Maxey.
on the
he's just like
Sixers.
effervescent. To watch him is
Yes.
just, you get the joy of the sport is to watch Tyrese Maxey play. Joe, obviously. 3,
Are you worried that if they lose, that he will get antsy?
so I've been game theorying this out. So it's like Harden says, I want to go to Houston. And then I think, assuming Daryl doesn't go with him or whatever, like, I don't know what their agreement is. It's just like, are you going back to Houston? I'll go back to Houston.
They do seem to be a package deal, don't they?
I bet there would have to be a basically break in case of emergency Maxey Harris trade to get a star to play against with Embiid.
Oh, wow.
And
All
that's
right. Number
that's-
3.
Dame is my number 3 Sixer.
Damn.
No, number 3 would be
My number 3.
Jim Harden. Number
Jim.
3.
Love Jim Harden.
Number 4 is B-Ball Paul. And number 5 would be
That's an
pretty high
upset.
up, yeah.
That's an upset.
I kind of like what he sucks, but I like what PJ has brought to the team. Like he is I love PJ as a guy, but like wow, guys, like PJ Tucker night here tonight.
Never expected an anti PJ Tucker crowd. There.
Well, I guess PJ is my number 5.
yeah.
Yeah.